Well, a big thank you to Jeff Motet for taking us through the newspaper review for the past 1 hour or so. Thanks a lot for keeping it K24 this morning. My name is Shiko Kaitani as we bring you very special coverage today of Chief Justice David Maraga's handover. As from 10 a.m., we are going to be going live from the Supreme Court. So please do keep note there has been a readjustment in our programming this morning as we go live from the Supreme Court from 10 a.m. to witness Chief Justice David Maraga's handover. All right, so that being said, it is Monday, and as always, it's all about health and wellness. And once in a while, we like to tackle cosmetic issues. Today, it's all about hyperpigmentation, which isn't necessarily a condition, but it is a term that does describe skin that appears darker. Now, though it usually isn't harmful, it really could be a symptom of other medical conditions. And today on our wellness segment, we talk about the types of hyperpigmentation, causes, and of course how you can treat it, and including some home remedies that you would like to put down that would probably help you. Well, my guest is definitely backed by public demand. You loved her, and so we said she's got to be here for this one. She is the founder of Skin Soul and of course a skin expert. Domiana Mwangangi joins us today. Domiana, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Looking pretty as ever.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, you have to look the part.
Exactly. I have to look the part.
Okay, so the feedback last time was so great because a lot of people found, you know, our discussion quite helpful.
Yeah.
One of the frequently asked questions or requests is about pigmentation, and you know, it seems to be quite a challenge for a number of people, isn't it?
True.
Okay,
yeah.
So most people, first of all, do not understand why their pigmentation does occur. Yeah.
Again, my name is Domiana Mwangangi, Skin Soul founder, and I love beauty and I love skin. Yeah. So pigmentation is really quite a problem, and people, they don't know how they get, but it starts with exposure to sun. Yeah. Exposure to sun and not using correct products. So someone has to, you fear sun. Sun is terrible. And heavy metals, which we get through pollution, and probably the people who work to where there's heavy metals. Yeah, they are prone to get more pigmentation than just someone who is living in the normal areas. Yeah. And so typically the cases that you see walking into your clinic, so to speak, what are some of the issues or the causes of their pigmentation? What would someone tell you? Oh, I did this. You know. Most of them which I've been getting lately, they come and tell me, I used this product, and after a while my skin was quite good, then I started getting pigmentation. Yeah. So you find that probably the products they've been using what has caused pigmentation, and more so maybe they have used stronger products, which later they don't use sunscreen, then they got exposed to the sun, then they get burnt more. Yeah. But some products will make your skin very thin, so when you expose yourself to the sun, just normal sun, even natural light, then your skin goes darker. So so other people, they get after pregnancy. You find that most clients, they will tell you, before I was pregnant I was okay, my skin was quite okay. Immediately I got my pregnant through it after I get pigmentation. So that you get through hormonal imbalance, but not to everyone. But some people would get after pregnancy. Right. So there are different types of pigmentation people would get from different causes. Some other people will come and say, since I had my acne, after acne my skin went too dark, so pigmentation happened. So after you get pigmentation, there are sometimes you're given medication which make you go darker, you get pigmentation. So absolutely. Yeah, so people will get from different causes. Okay. And then we have treatment depending on the causes of how you got your pigmentation.
And you know, I want to ask my producer and my director to let me know if you've got some of the, you know, pictures, you know, of before and afters that Domiana really did share with us. I was quite surprised to see the change, you know, after a number of sessions. That could actually get rid of, you know, those dark spots. But by the way, if you do have any questions for Domiana this morning, start sending them through. Remember our social media platforms at K24 TV and our WhatsApp number at the bottom of your screen. There were quite a number last time she was here in studio. So please start sending them in, and of course she'll be able to tackle them. But speaking about the certain areas that are quite prone to darkening on the body, what's quite common so that, you know, you don't have to necessarily feel that there's something a bit off with me.
Yeah. So on the cheeks, the cheeks are quite sensitive. Yeah. And most of the time when you're washing our face, you feel sensitivity on the cheeks and the forehead. Yeah. So those are this on the cheeks is the first places you will get pigmentation. Right. Yeah. So and around the eyes, because the eye skin is very thin, it doesn't have any weight. Yeah. So so it's prone to get pigmentation, especially if you apply something stronger around your eye area. Immediately, even like a week, you will get pigmentation. Yeah. If you irritate the eyes with a strong product, or if you get exposed to the sun, and you had applied something which is strong, you will get pigmentation on your cheeks and forehead. And it's almost like your skin just tells you that something is wrong immediately. True. So immediately, within a week, you feel your cheeks are burning, burning sensation when you go to wash. Yeah. Or when just to go to where there is sun, you can expose yourself to sun, you will feel a bit of sensation on the cheeks. Meaning that those are the places you will get pigmentation immediately. Yeah. But then look at for us, you know, your African skin, we tend to get darker knees, darker armpits. Chest area also is quite common. Yeah, what can you tell us about that? Mostly we get that because of our skin. We get dead skin. Every 3 weeks we get new skin. So if you don't exfoliate your skin in 3 weeks, so it piles there, it gets dark and dark. That sounds so bad. Basically, you find that some people, they have dark armpits, but when you exfoliate properly, within a month, their skin is brighter. So one, it's pigment, it's skin, it's dead skin. It's not like you've gotten pigmentation. But when it stays for longer, it becomes now pigmentation and becomes permanent. Do such techniques like the whole shaving and waxing contribute to perhaps the darker armpits? Yeah. Waxing, probably when you use shaving, a blade, and you use it a wrong way, then you will get darker armpits. Right. Probably if you use creams and they're a bit stronger and probably you have a sensitive skin, then in short time you'll get dark armpits. So it will pile and you get more pigmentation. Yeah. So it depends what you're using, removing the hair from the armpits. From the armpits. Okay, so maybe this might be a bit too much for a breakfast show, but one of the areas that we're talking about with Domiana that also seems to be quite an issue, especially for women. Do you want me to say it? Yeah, just say it, because it's a problem. It's been there. Is that land down under? Yeah. And so you do see, or you do find quite a number of clients actually expressing concerns about pigmentation in quotes down there. Yeah. Right, around their intimate areas. Okay. True. Mostly we are getting many clients going through so much. Actually, they are getting acne down there. What? And when they go to doctors, then that is their skin. So nowadays we are treating a lot of bikini area acne and pigmentation. So we take through a proper facial on bikini area and we get ingrown. They get bad ingrowns such that someone even they cannot expose themselves because it's so bad acne down there. So we have treatment nowadays which we treat and we are seeing results. Okay, and all this is caused because of their hair removal techniques? Yes. Or what is it? It's caused by hair removal techniques and the products someone has been using. Right, which is literally burning them. And you see down there, we wear many clothes. It's not like the face, like it's exposed. So because of being enclosed down there and we've got applied creams, burning sensation has happened, inflammation has happened. So we find that healing, it takes a bit quite time. So first we treat it, then now we remove the hair correctly and we have treatments to correct the hair growth. Right. So when you get ingrowns there, then it gets inflamed and sometimes you get very bad bumps with pus. Oh my So goodness. We first treat the bumps, then now we remove there with waxing, because waxing we find that it is better way down there than creams or shaving, because shaving will make it worse. So and waxing is the best. You know, as much as someone might actually find this a bit silly or, you know, probably laughable to hear of such experiences, the truth is you get to a position where people have to be very vulnerable with you because what does an issue like pigmentation do to someone's self-esteem? I can imagine if that was someone's situation. Like you said, they cannot expose themselves, they cannot be intimate with their partners because
And these are real issues.
They are real issues.
Yeah.
Like it's so dark and with bumps and patches, so their self-esteem is totally down. Like they wouldn't want anyone to see them. They want first to get the treatment so that they can feel better.
Yeah.
So some people would feel so bad even they don't want to share anything. So when they're coming to you, they just want a help. Like when you tell them come after 3 days, they will come.
Yes.
Because it's really affecting their self-esteem,
right.
and they just need help.
Yeah. And the same thing goes anyway if, for example, you really do have, you know, darkened patches around your body. It's still the same.
It's still the same.
It's
still the same. Self-esteem is really bad. Some people, they have really dark inner thighs and armpits that they cannot wear some type of clothes. They cannot wear sleeveless because they are feeling someone will see my dark armpits.
Right.
So yeah, so we have solution for that. So we give treatments to brighten dark armpits and to tell them the right way to remove the hair. Yeah.
Okay, could there be something perhaps that we need to start doing to stop the process of pigmentation, you know, in certain areas of our body? I don't know if it would start by you saying we need to learn the kind of products that we need to use.
Yeah.
You know, even looking at some of the pictures that you had shared with me, Domiana, bleaching is a problem today.
Yeah, it is a problem because bleaching, it's really bad because after a while, then it gives you another bigger problem, which is pigmentation. So now you start struggling with pigmentation, which pigmentation can really take a toll, and it takes longer. For treatment, it takes long time. Yeah. Like it is very stubborn. Even for treatment, you have to do like 0 to 6 sessions. Yeah. Which at the 6 sessions, you will be a bit better, but not yet there yet.
Yeah, yeah. And even just stopping at that bleaching point right there. Let's talk a little bit about that because it seems to be quite a trend.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And now it's not, you can't just say it's exclusive to women. Men are also
doing it. Yeah. Men are also doing it. And when they start doing it, immediately they get so bad, very bad acne and pigmentation. Then you start another bigger problem, like to treat the acne and pigmentation. So it's quite a problem. But there are good products which professionally proven it. People are looking for brightening, but not bleaching. But because they are not good products or they haven't gone to specialists to get the right, correct products, then they learn in fake products or not very strong products compared to their skin. Right. Then they are messed up. So I would advise you get to know first the type of products you are using and to get advice from a specialist who really will check your skin, tell you the type of skin you are. If your skin is sensitive, you should never touch bleaching products because they will go worse. So you go to a specialist, they will tell you the correct way, and they will tell you use this for your routine in the morning, in the evening, use this. And probably every once a month you go to do a facial. If you can, then there are natural products which today we are going to see how you can use them and get a better skin.
Okay, so there is a way, if at all you desire to get lighter and more fair, if you know, if that's the term to use, there's a way to do it.
Yes.
Now the problem here is mtu anataka kutoa tint and then the downtown and that's where the problems come. And so there's not an even transition across the body for, you know, for the lightening.
True.
So you find knuckles are darker, elbow, and I don't know why, it's like we have more melanin on
the joints because a lot of the time there's friction on our elbows. So getting them lighter, it takes time. And if someone was really dark, then there's no way you will get too bright. Then you will leave some patches of your body a bit darker.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So professionally, there are products not to bleach but to brighten. If, for example, when you're younger, used to be lighter and bright, right? Yeah. And because of growing, because of exposure to sun and not using the correct products, you go a bit darker. So what happens is there are products to brighten your skin color to your original color of your skin, but not getting more than how you look like when you're smaller.
That's the problem,
That is where the problem is. You cannot get lighter and lighter, but you can only, professionally, we can get you to where your skin used to be. Like the color you used to have before when you were smaller. But not more than that.
Okay. Okay, good point there. So, speaking about feedback that's really streaming in and perhaps some of the questions that you may be having for Domiana, let's take a look at what's happening on WhatsApp. Someone says, good morning. What really happens when a person has darker legs and a brown face, no bleaching at all? She has been that way ever since she knew herself. Okay, Damiana, keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I have the pigmentation. That is after my radiotherapy sessions on cancer treatment. How can I get it off my cheeks kindly? It has been 4 years now since the last treatment. Thank you so much for that. Okay, also you have that in mind. My face keeps getting darker when I stop taking water. I want it to match with my chest. What do I do to make it permanently match my chest, and where is your clinic located? Okay, so very interesting point, because this was even going to come up on the show. People who have had underlying medical conditions, or who are going through treatment, like you had said, even the intake of antibiotics can actually cause your pigmentation.
True.
Does this mean it is permanent, or can someone who is going through treatment be able to go through certain number of sessions to get rid of their pigmentation?
Yeah, it can happen. Like, it is not permanent. You can come, we do their treatment done, like laser treatment to brighten the skin, the skin tone color. Yeah, and there are also vitamin C supplements that someone will always recommend you take from inside. Vitamin C is to brighten your skin. Yeah. So if you had medication that you've gotten darker, then vitamin C is quite good, and also treatment from outside that will give you laser treatment and other many products.
Okay, the other text message here of someone actually having two different skin tones. You know, what did they say? Lighter thighs, darker legs, or something like that.
They said their skin is quite lighter than the legs.
Yes.
And when they knew themselves, they used to be like that. You'll find that that is probably genetic. Yeah. But if treatment can be done, still it can correct the melanin, to balance the melanin, she can get her skin back.
Yeah. Okay, then we also did have another question there in terms of how many sessions does it take to see a difference with the treatment?
It takes 3 to 6 sessions. It takes, you give it like 2 to 3 months. Yeah. You see, there's no way we will quicken the cycle of how, you know, how we normally get our periods after 3 weeks. Yeah. After 3 weeks, we get an inch of our hair, an inch of our nails, another new skin. So we have to give it time for the procedure to happen. Like every session, after every 3 weeks, we get a better skin like that. So we give it like 3 sessions, which is about 2 months. Yeah, we give it 2 months.
Okay. Here's also another frequently asked question. I think this will be quite helpful, especially for everyone, because we're all going through the aging process. It's quite cruel, Domiana, and aging takes a toll on our skin. And so the older you get, the higher chances of your hyperpigmentation. What type of routine should people, especially above the age of 40, consider? Because I guess if you're in campus or whatever, you're in the 20s, probably you're not really seeing the effects of aging. But what should I start doing as I approach my 40s and beyond?
As you approach your 40s, your skin definitely start getting drier. As we get age, we get our skin getting dry. And when your skin gets dry, it's aging and can go so fast. So you will need more moisturizing products and hydrating products and protection and treatment. One, you will need a cleanser for anti-aging. So we need to get a proper analysis and advice on which products and which line. There are so many products. And some of us, some people would go direct to the counter to just buy according to what they think. But I would advise you go to a specialist. They tell you their kind of skin. Because some people, they are 35 or even 30 and their skin has aged so fast that it's like someone who has, they're at 50. So when you go to a specialist, they will tell you your skin is at this stage. So you need to use a cleanser, more serums. Serums are like treatments that you use at night. So you need at your evening routine has to have a serum for anti-aging and a cleanser and a moisturizer. And then after 40, you have to be very careful with the sun. So you have to use sunscreen SPF 50 and above. Wow. 15 is very low. So many other people will buy creams with 15 SPF, which is so low to our kind of climate. So we need to use sunscreen with SPF 50 and above.
Wow. And you see, the thing is, how many of us actually read the label when you go shopping for a face cream? You don't even understand what that means. But yes, it seems like it's an investment.
It is.
If you really do want your skin to look some type of way, it's an investment.
It is.
Yeah. And if you've noticed, when you look at your parents or your grandparents, yes, you can't really see the pigmentation. Forming just around the face. And so this is now what you're talking about, that we don't really take care as we get older.
Yeah. And again, it also diet. You have to check your diet, because as much as we're going to apply so many products and we're going to do treatments, then if your diet is not correctly, you're not doing it right way, then still we are going backwards. We are going circles. So you need to check, like I had someone mention about water. Water, like, it's life. The way we blend juices, we do a lot of water for that machine to go around. And our body is a system. We need lots of water for the system to work correctly. And remember, skin is the largest organ that we have in our body. So it needs a lot of water.
Absolutely.
So we need to take lots of water. As you know, like you're aging, you need to take lots of water, and also vegetables. You need to have more vegetables in your plate than carbs. Again, we are going to get a better skin if you do a lot of water and vegetables. And of course, you avoid fried food. You do more of steamed vegetables and steamed food, and also baked food. Like if it's a fish, you do it, you bake it
as opposed to frying it. Absolutely.
So then you get a better skin.
So
and then
diet, and I think we take this lightly, that and you don't see the correlation between your diet and how your skin
counts.
is.
It counts, especially if you then take vegetables and water. Then your skin will be patchy and dry. If you take proper water, like a week or two, you even see other parts of your body, your skin is hydrated. If you don't take water, then and probably the people who are on medication, they need to take actually more water.
More water, absolutely. Here's another thing that is also, or rather has been proven to help with your skin. Sleep. We don't rest enough.
Sleep also, especially the people who get eye bags and dark circles because of lack of sleep. So you have to sleep. Like sleep is the main, also a very important thing that people should take sleep, like 8 hours every single day. Because when you rest, your body like heals itself, it rejuvenates. So then if you don't take sleep, even if you apply how many serums, still you're going to suffer.
There's only so much Domiana can do for you if you don't sleep, right?
Because at the clinic, we'll give you 70%. 30% it's you to do it from home, like using the right routine and sleeping and eating properly.
Okay. So as your questions continue to stream in, here's another group of people who really do struggle, and you mentioned them earlier on. Let's just focus a little bit on expectant mothers. It seems to be quite a challenge to get rid of the pigmentation, especially post-baby. And I know this because definitely I was darker during my time. What do you recommend, by the way, Domiana, for expectant mothers? Is there a routine that, because you see the complaints and you see what it really does to
mostly
women.
When women get pregnant, they get lazier to do their skin routine. Someone who will not cleanse their skin, they will actually never moisturize their skin. So they have to be very keen, because their hormonal imbalance will act. So someone has to be very keen on using the correct products and doing a bit of treatment before you go to get your baby. And immediately after, you avoid sun, because your skin is kind of fragile and hormonal imbalance. So you take vitamins for brightening after, because some people will happen, some people will not happen, the hormonal imbalance. So you put it in your mind that it will happen. So throughout your pregnancy, you get proper vitamins for skin brightening. And of course, you go for exfoliation and you do proper diet as well. We go back here. And also exercise. Exercise, when you do proper exercise, you balance your hormone. Like there's this condition called PCOS, and it is quite bad because it gives bad acne. But when you go to dermatologist, they will tell you you have to exercise, you lose some weight and do exercise to balance your hormone. So as your pregnancy throughout it, you have to keep it in mind. You have to exercise and proper diet. Then your pigmentation won't be as bad.
And it's also quite unfair that there are some women who absolutely look flawless. You know, they tell you have this glow when you're pregnant. And for other people, it's quite a disaster.
Quite a disaster. So someone has to check how their skin is behaving, and then they take action. They use a lot of sunscreen, and mostly because when you're pregnant, your skin gets dry, so you need to moisturize your skin. That's why we'll get bad stretch marks, because the skin gets stretched. It gets stretching and stretching because of adding of weight. So you need to use a lot of oils at night, during the day, to moisturize your skin, and you won't get as bad pigmentation or stretch marks as compared to someone who has never applied anything.
Okay, so as we prepare to go on a quick commercial break, I want to ask my director if we do have any text messages. Do we? Okay. All right, so he tells me we will take those right after the break. Are we ready for that break? Okay, so we're still talking about pigmentation today on the show. We are tackling cosmetic issues on this particular Monday on health and wellness. Remember, we are bringing you a special coverage as from 10 a.m. from the Supreme Court, as we take a look at Chief Justice David Maranga's transition today, and that will be coming from 10 o'clock. Stick with us as we continue with Domiana in just a moment.